No, you good.
That's fine. He like, so what you want, mom? I got the room in there. This dick. Delete that. Completely. Delete that. No, I'm talking about
And you lost a lot of friends to violence, huh?
Uh-huh.
Mention some of the names. Let's give them a space right now that you've lost to violence.
My cousin, Bud, my brother, Cap, Capo, Marvin, OD, White, Platoon, Keita, Lil Mo. There's a lot of guys, even from the front. Was it MO? Even there's more.
Real niggas on me. Real niggas on me.
I'm mad at you, man. You just did that fluke and that was fluke. I don't like that.
Stop playing, blood. He say put him on YouTube.
Yeah, I went to OBlock. OBlock right here? I should call this shit no block. It's 10 o'clock. Where the fuck y'all niggas at? Niggas ain't outside. Only 10 p.m. Where the fuck y'all niggas at, blood? I was there chilling.
Cause now we saw the surveillance video. You was there for like 30 seconds.
Nah, it was actually like 15.
Oh, 10?
I was gone. I'm like,
So you gotta stop this shit, man.
no, listen. I'm gonna sit there and entertain y'all, but I'm not gonna sit there and die for y'all.
This wasn't just a feature. It wasn't just two rap stars linking up in a studio. To some people, it felt like betrayal caught on camera. When Chief Keef and NBA YoungBoy dropped Rooms, the culture didn't just react, it flinched. Because if you understand the history behind those two names, you already knew this wasn't about music. This was about loyalty, about bloodlines, about old wounds that never healed. And when Lil Timm stepped in front of a camera days later and told OBlock to shut up, that's when the internet exploded. But to understand why this moment hit so hard, you have to rewind. Because this tension didn't start in 2026. It's been building for over a decade. When Rooms, produced by Mike Will Made It, surfaced online, it immediately felt different. Not because the beat wasn't fire, not because the verses were weak. The song was actually going up. Millions of views within days, heavy streaming numbers, clips flooding TikTok. The shock came from who was standing next to who. Chief Keef, the face of early Chicago drill, the blueprint, NBA YoungBoy, Baton Rouge superstar, longtime rival of Lil Durk. And that's where the tension lives. YoungBoy and Durk's feud has been one of the bitterest rivalries in modern rap. Diss tracks, subliminals, public jabs, affiliations tied to real-life violence. And at the center of that rivalry was King Von, OBlock's golden child. So when Chief Keef appeared side by side with YoungBoy for many in OBlock, it felt personal. Not strategic, personal. But here's what makes this complicated. Chief Keef hasn't really been OBlock in years. He was born in Parkway Gardens. He helped turn that name into OBlock after O.D. Perry's passing. He created the sound that reshaped global hip-hop. I Don't Like didn't just go viral. It triggered a remix from Kanye West and launched Chief Keef into a $6 million deal with Interscope before he was even 18. He was a kid carrying the entire hood's expectations on his back, and he was also catching real heat. By 16, his team moved him out of Chicago for safety. That move changed everything, because once he left, the distance didn't just become physical, it became emotional. There were whispers about bond money not being posted, allegations that when Lil Durk needed help, Chief Keef didn't come through, stories about Trey 5. Tension over money and loyalty. Then things got uglier. Boss Top allegedly robbed Chief Keef's home. There were claims guns were taken. At that point, the relationship wasn't just strained, it was fractured. So Chief Keef did what many never managed to do. He left. Los Angeles became his reset button. New environment, new focus. He went independent, launched new ventures, built his own label situation, raised his kids, stayed out of the daily Chicago politics. And from the outside looking in, some people saw that as growth. Others saw it as abandonment. That resentment simmered for years. Then November 6th, 2020 happened. Outside the Monaco Hookah Lounge in Atlanta, a confrontation between King Von and Quando Rondo spiraled out of control. Surveillance footage showed punches thrown, chaos erupted, and Lil Timm fired. Multiple people were hit that night. Von didn't survive. Timm was arrested and charged. For OBlock, it felt like justice was coming. But in 2023, prosecutors dropped the charges, citing self-defense laws. The footage showed Von as the aggressor. Legally, the case collapsed. Emotionally, it never did, because for OBlock, it didn't matter what the courts decided. Their brother was gone. And then Timm started talking. Interviews, disenergy, subtle and not so subtle jabs. The wound stayed open. Fast forward to February 2026. 3 days after Rooms drops, Lil Timm looks into a camera and tells OBlock to shut up. Says they ain't gonna do nothing. Then drops 3 words that hit harder than any diss track. Get some money. That wasn't random. At that time, Lil Durk was fighting federal murder-for-hire conspiracy charges tied to an alleged retaliation attempt connected to Quando Rondo's camp. Several OTF affiliates were also facing federal cases. The situation was serious. So when Timm said, "get some money," many interpreted it as a jab at indictments, at legal fees, at the idea that OBlock had bigger problems than a song collaboration. The internet split instantly. Some called Chief Keef disloyal, others asked a simple question. How do you disown someone? Rob them, distance yourself for years, and then demand loyalty when they make a business move? That's where this gets uncomfortable, because loyalty sounds powerful, but loyalty without mutual respect becomes control. Chief Keef left Chicago and survived. Von stayed, became a legend, and turned pain into platinum records, but paid the ultimate price. Lil Durk kept the machine running, carried the block on his back, built OTF into a powerhouse, and now finds himself facing the most serious legal storm of his career. Lil Timm walks free in the eyes of the law, his charges dropped, and his name cleared on paper. But reputations don't reset with court documents. His name will forever be attached to that night. And NBA Youngboy, he keeps moving, dropping projects, breaking streaming records, staying controversial, thriving in chaos. So what was Rooms, really? Was it Chief Keef sending a message that he refuses to be boxed into decade-old politics? Was it him proving that business will always outweigh block alliances? Or was it something colder? A reminder that in drill culture, music, and real life are permanently intertwined. Because here's the uncomfortable truth nobody likes to say out loud. Street loyalty sounds powerful. It sounds honorable. It sounds unbreakable. But it doesn't stop federal indictments. It doesn't cancel prison sentences. It doesn't rewind surveillance footage. And it doesn't bring people back. Chief Keef removed himself from the environment that created him. He distanced himself from OBlock politics. He chose relocation over retaliation. And he's still here. Still free, still active, still evolving. That alone says something. Meanwhile, the cycle keeps spinning. Diss tracks turn into personal vendettas. Social media posts turn into evidence exhibits. Headlines turn into court dates. And funerals turn into anniversaries. The internet treats it like entertainment, choosing sides, reposting clips, debating loyalty in comment sections. But for the people actually involved, it's permanent. These aren't storylines. They're life sentences, gravestones, and legal battles that stretch for years. Lil Timm may have won legally. OBlock may still stand united emotionally. Lil Durk may still fight his case with everything he has. But every decision, every punch thrown, every bar recorded, every collaboration released adds another layer to a story that refuses to end. And maybe that's what Rooms really exposed. Not betrayal, not clout, but the cost of never truly separating the streets from the studio. But none of them walk away untouched. So maybe the bigger question isn't whether Keef betrayed anyone. Maybe it's this. At what point does survival become more important than symbolism? At what point do you stop carrying the weight of a block that doesn't carry you the same way? And if leaving the politics is the only way to stay alive, is that really betrayal? Or is it evolution? Because one thing is clear, this wasn't just a song. It was 10 years of tension condensed into 3 minutes of audio. And the aftershocks aren't done yet. What do you think? Was Chief Keef wrong for linking with Youngboy? Or is he finally moving on from a war that was never really his to carry anymore? Because when you really zoom out, that might be the biggest question in all of this. Did Chief Keef betray something, or did he simply outgrow it? For years, people have said the smartest move he ever made was leaving Chicago when he did. No more daily politics, no more being pulled into every internal dispute. No more answering for things that had nothing to do with him, just music, family, business, survival. And survival doesn't always look loyal to the people who stayed behind. Meanwhile, the names tied to the conflict keep carrying weight. King Von became immortalized through tragedy. Lil Durk continues fighting battles that stretch far beyond the booth. NBA YoungBoy keeps building an empire while staying at the center of controversy. And Lil Timm's name will forever echo in conversations about that night in Atlanta. None of it is simple, none of it is clean. But maybe that's the point. In drill culture, the lines between business and loyalty blur fast. A feature isn't just a feature, a lyric isn't just a lyric, and a collaboration can feel like a declaration. So, was Rooms just music? Or was it a message? I want to hear what you think. Was Chief Keef wrong for linking up? Or is he showing what growth really looks like in a culture that rarely allows it? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's talk about it. And if you rock with content that goes deeper than surface-level headlines, if you care about the context, the history, and the layers behind these viral moments, make sure you hit subscribe and turn on notifications. Because we don't just cover what happened, we break down why it matters. In this culture, the music is loud, but the backstory? That's even louder.